Hey guys, what's going on? Another month just passed and good to see you again in October. This is Oleg, your real estate broker with Woodinville, Bellevue comments. Today going to be my deep market update for the month of October because data are available right now for last month, and I'm going to cover in this episode only residential data for all Seattle and all Eastside locations. Cities like Bellevue, Kirkland, Redmond, Issaquah, Sammamish, Bothell, Woodinville, pretty much everything east from Lake Washington and west from Lake Washington. Before we jump into this market update, I want to say first thank you for all those 29 families already use my services to buy or sell home in 2021. Thank you so much guys for trusting in me as your real estate broker, and thank you so much for your referrals. I will start with Seattle's East Side, and as you guys can see with me on the screen right now, we have only 0.4 months of inventory, with about 282 active listings in month of September and 741 pending sale that month, and medium sale price $1,310,000. And if you compare that sale price to same time year ago, September 2020, price increase year over year for about 26%. 70% of all homes in Seattle's East Side selling above asking price, and 10% of all homes selling at asking price. 85% of all homes in Seattle's East Side selling less than 15 days on the market. That's a very short period of time. Odds of selling is very high, 95%, and only 2% from all contracts did not close after signing mutual agreement. You guys compare residential data, what's happening now to a year ago. You guys can see with me we have 35% less months of supply, we have 51% less active listings on the market, and we have about 24% less pending sale in 2021 comparable to 2020. That's data we have available for Seattle's East Side. And let's see together what's happening in Seattle. In Seattle we have a little bit different data from East Side. As you guys can see with me on the screen right now, we have almost 1,000 listings pending in Seattle in the month of September. Lower medium sale price is about $850,000 right now. And if you compare year over year for exactly same time, medium sale price increased for about 4%. 46% of all homes in Seattle selling above asking price, and 19% of all homes in Seattle selling at asking price. Also, very similar to Seattle's East Side, 72% of all homes in Seattle selling less than 15 days on the market. And if you compare like year over year what's happening in Seattle, you guys can see with me for residential market, months of supply of inventory 40% less in 2021 comparable to 2020. Active listings we have 43% less than a year ago, and pending sales was decreased also for about 6%. I'd like to show you guys difference between all Seattle area locations and all East Side locations. So pretty much Seattle and East Side just divided by Lake Washington. The difference pretty significant. As you guys can see with me on the screen right now, the median sold price is much higher in Seattle's East Side than all Seattle locations. So $1,310,000 comparable to $850,000. Annual appreciation is higher too, 26% versus 4% appreciated homes. Number of homes sold less than 15 days in the market, it's similar, 86% in Seattle's East Side and 73% in Seattle area. And homes sold above asking price, 70% in Seattle's East Side versus 46% in all Seattle areas. Median amount over list price, 11% in East Side locations versus 8% in Seattle areas. And months of inventory available in the market, homes you can actually buy, 0.4 months inventory in all Seattle East Side versus 0.7 months in Seattle locations. It's very difficult to compare Seattle to Bellevue, but if you guys not from this area and not understand difference between Bellevue, it's pretty much capital of East Side. Seattle is more like Bronx in New York or like Brooklyn, whereas Bellevue more like Manhattan. Bellevue it's a very fast, rapidly growing city where the Amazon moving right now 25,000 employees from Seattle to Bellevue, across from the lake. Facebook purchased area headquarters here and building their second largest headquarters in the United States after New York. Kirkland's very close by. It's a hometown for Google, and Redmond hometown for Microsoft and Facebook, Oculus. Those locations rapidly growing with a lot of IT jobs, a lot of opportunities, a lot of people coming and desire to live in those locations. And I'll show you guys just one example from my neighborhood where I live right now in Issaquah. It's about 15 minutes from Seattle, a small town. This property was listed on the market in 2016 for $984,000 and sold it for $990,000. Property was only 4 days on the market. Same property was listed now 5 years later for $1,775,000, and this property was only 2 days on the market and right now is a pending sale. This home sold over $1.8 million. So it's pretty much prices double within 5 years in Seattle's East Side location. That's what's really happening. If you ask me questions why we have such crazy prices, and we pretty much match Los Angeles prices in Seattle area right now, because we have very growing populations. And you guys can see with me data available for September 2021. We have population growth for just 3 counties, King County, Sammamish County, Pierce County, for over 4 million people. So first time we have 4 million people. So we live in a very, very big city, and the most growth was in King County. It's almost 30%, following them Pierce County 11% and Sammamish County almost 11%. So that's what's happening. But drive, of course, for this population growth is employment. We have a lot of IT jobs opening and a lot of hirings right now happening for IT industry. But a lot of people also selling properties and moving. People who retired, they just cannot afford to pay those property taxes increasing. Like for example, just in King County, this year in 2021, property taxes increased for 30% for almost like every house. Myself, we have like 3 rental properties in Kirkland, and it's a big hit for us. Like 30%, it's a lot of money increase. It's totally not fair. We cannot increase for 30% rent for our tenants. It's totally unfair. Well, I was researching about where people moving when they retired locally, and not to in other states. Locally, they move into a lot of islands. And for example, I find out the Poolsbo, Washington, this little city, I'll show you guys on the map, very, very tiny city. Home prices for residential market grows there for 54% within 1 year. A lot of people who come to live in our location, to Washington State, they're looking for rent first, but rent is increased similar to real estate prices increase very rapidly. I'll show you guys on the screen data available from apartment list, and as you guys can see with me data for 2021 for September comparable to a year ago, what's happening in those locations. So rent increased a lot. And a lot of cities like Tacoma have 18.9%, Bellevue 18.7%, Everett 16.7%. So just for 2-bedroom apartments, rent increased almost 20% within 1 year. So they increase in about 2.5% every single month. And if you guys sign rental agreement and right now like worry about it to maybe buy a house, break a lease, you should not be worried about it, because your landlord will be happy if you move. They can rent this place much higher. As you guys can see, can rent for 16% higher. Simply not enough available places in the rental market. I want to show you guys King County, Sammamish County data. So why we have these prices growth right now. I like to compare data for about a year ago and 2 years ago, and you guys can see we have healthy market, like balanced market, when we have from 2 to 4 months inventory, and that's we had last time in 2019, and that we had in Mercer Island, West Bellevue, Tukwila, to Redmond, Union Hill was 2.3 months inventory in 2019. Currently for 2020-2021, you guys can see same location, 0.6 months inventory. In Tukwila we have in Mercer Island 0.6 months inventory, West Bellevue 0.4 months of inventory. So it's a very strong sellers market, and you don't have to be economist to understand where we're moving with that. So prices going to be increased because we do have demand for housing market, and we simply do not have inventory to sell. People who are waiting for another recession to get another opportunity. Some people waiting from 2012, 2013. I heard people saying, oh, like, just don't buy anything, just wait. There's going to be another recession, it's going to get a good deal. It's actually never happened. People who actually purchase property, listen to my advice, and they got homes last year, previous year, they live on a big equity, they create huge wealth, and real estate it's a really great investment if you think about it. But now I'm gonna show you guys number of listings sold above list price, Eastside. So you guys can see 70% homes sold above list price, and that number was decreasing starting in April, May, June, July. So now it's going up in September comparable to August, and just try to compare for 2020, orange line. You guys can see it was like more dramatic data, also drop in April, come back in June, and was like steady and going up a little bit. But let's see what's happening in January 2020. In January 2020 was going up really rapidly, and we know what's happened in 2021. Prices appreciated in sales East Side for 26% year over year. With high demand, number listings sold above asking price, I'm assuming we should expect it to prices growth next year for about 20-25% on Seattle East Side easy, and I think 20% is very conservative number. And if you compare similar data to Seattle area, Seattle have a bit different shapes. That's very similar data of what we had in 2017 and very similar data we have in 2020. I think Seattle will repeat history, and Seattle will go to same projections of growth for about 4% appreciation year over year next year. That's what we're going to see in those locations. I read a very interesting article from October 8 from Puget Sound Business Journal about constructions to begin next week on 20-story Bellevue condo towers. So, on your questions, where's the money moving right now? Money moving to Bellevue. Developer, Great World, Real Estate Corporations got confidence to start this project in Bellevue. I like that words, like they got confidence to invest hundreds of $millions to Bellevue to see future results. A lot of investors got confidence in Bellevue, got confidence to invest. They are looking to get great return in the future. As Marie project is going to be built right next door to the 188 place, was built by developer from British Columbia, like Bothell Development. And what they built there, like in 2019, they started the project and was pretty much sold out within 1 year. 2 bedroom, 2 bathroom you can buy in average for about $2.5 million. They sold it 2 penthouses for $4.2 million and 2 penthouses for $4.8 million according to the public data. That's what's happening. When that happens, another developers got confidence and they move into the Bellevue to build new projects, new condominiums, and city going to be continue grow. I hope you like this episode. It's a lot of information today, I understand. But if you like this episode, smash like button, subscribe to my YouTube channel for future episodes. If you're looking to sell real estate property, move on to the Western Island or Bainbridge Island or out of states, reach out to me. I would love to be a real estate resource. And if you're looking to buy, regardless in Seattle or All Eastside locations, I'm local Bellevue brokers with 20 years of experience. I'm practicing real estate as a full-time, selling from 25 to 35 homes every single year. Thank you so much, guys, for being with me, and now till next market update in November. Have a fantastic week.